How could you, how did you know how to set the rates? What do you do to set rates? How does someone know how much money they could make or how much they should charge? Do they look at the local competition? Do they already have a number in mind? Do they have to do food costing? How do they come up with that? Or you come up with that?
When I first started, I did go on Google and look up private chef salaries and hourly rates, and try to kind of be honest with myself about my experience level and like what I was bringing to the table versus like my competition. And then also, yeah, your geographic area is kind of a big deal as far as like what you can expect. So yeah, having that all in mind going in is great. And also knowing what your needs actually are. Because I can be like, hey, I'd really like to lowball all the other chefs, but like if I can't pay my bills, like that's not helpful either. So, and if, I need to know that I'm going to be in an industry where I can be a success and, that I can meet my financial goals. Like I said, like since I moved to Savannah, I've had to kind of maybe reduce prices for my regular clients because people just aren't used to that kind of a service. It's more of a luxury service to begin with. But a lot of tourists I get that come from out of town, I can like make up the difference because people are coming down from New York. To them, I'm a bargain,
Right.
But when I do parties, I tend to I have a pretty good sense at this point from doing them for so long what my food costs are going to be when I'm pricing out a party, as far as I feel out how big of a pain it's going to be for me. And there might be a slight secret upcharge for that. But I have a pretty good sense of how long things take now and what my time is worth. And I try to, I think it just comes with experience, knowing how much of my time is going to be used by something. And I try to be good about multitasking. Like if I know I have my weekly people and this party and, let's try to make one trip to the grocery store for all of this. And let's not make mistakes when I'm making the list so I don't have to go back. Just be very organized and try to really minimize having to waste time on things. And I can give people a better price that way.
Now, do most people charge by the hour, or do they charge by the job or by the meal, or how would they figure that into it?
I think it depends how you're marketing and where you're getting your clients. Certain websites like want you to set a per person rate on a party, depending if you're using that site. And I personally know a lot of chefs we don't do that, because if you have a 5-person party, there's going to be some base level that you're going to have to pay, and people are going to call in and be like, well, I want the per person rate for 5 people. And I'm like, that's not worth my time to come
Yeah,
out to your party. Sorry.
there's a minimum.
Yeah. Like the difference between 15 and 17 people. Okay. But like, yeah, no, there's a minimum. And a lot of these websites, it's like they are trying to cater to a bunch of different services and they don't really understand it. So that can be a little bit of an issue, but I try with my marketing, I don't put out set menus or set pricing. I kind of purposely market everything as like, hey, this is custom tailored to your preferences and your dietary needs. Therefore, expect that it's going to be a little pricey. Like I kind of just have that out there to begin with, and it filters out all the people that are going to be like, whoa, that's expensive, are already up front. And I've kind of made myself okay in my heart with that, because like if I want to do volunteer work, I do that separate. I don't consider part of my job as like being nice to people. I have my business over here, and then it's like over here, if there's people that can't afford a chef or a nutrition educator that need it, I'll help you over here. But I don't want it in my brain get the wires crossed that this is a work thing, because then I'll get resentful, because I'm like, I'm getting paid how much to, this isn't worth it. If I just tell myself I'm just doing this to be nice for free, great. Like I have no issues with it. But, for the service that I charge for, I'm not going to give this person some kind of way discounted rate. And I don't, it doesn't work like that, or I haven't found that it works for me to do that.